Before to continue with our development, we are going to create the document with the evidence of our process, design, and test. For that, go to DTE Technology, find the evidence document, file, download as a Microsoft PowerPoint. Save this one in a proper location where you are going to be sure you don't lose your file. Here we have the instructions and reminders. The green slice is going to be for the evidence of planning and for the wireframes, also for the design and iterative development. Purple slice, like this one, must be for write the relevant implications, and the white slice will be for the test plan. Let's start with the green slice. Here we are going to add evidence of database, table structure, and the wireframe. I'm going to delete this part. I'm going to review on Figma and screenshot our design. Make sure you explain some of the main components of your page. For instance, search bar, the main section, the footer, and entry section. As I need another one, I'm gonna duplicate this one. I'm gonna delete this part in my second, and I'm gonna screenshot the search bar. I'm gonna change the title, and I'm gonna explain the components. Later on, we are gonna include the entry. Now, we are gonna add the plan for the database. I just right click, duplicate the slide, and I'm gonna delete this part, and I'm gonna say here database. For the database, we are gonna use an application that is called Draw.io. I'm gonna start, and here I'm gonna insert a table which is gonna represent the database. At this point, my first table is called idioms and have these columns. We are gonna include that ones in our table. This table is called idiom. The first value is ID, idiom, meaning. We have another language ID. We have tone ID. As we did it previously in our database, this one will be integer. This one bar char. Literal translation is gonna be bar char. Meaning is gonna be bar char. Language ID is gonna be integer, and tone should be integer. This is our first table. I'm gonna add a second one, and for the second table we are gonna call this one language, and this one have the ID and also will have the language. We don't need these ones. Now I need to be sure that the language, this one here, right click and be joined just with the ID. That is our first relation with the database. And I'm gonna duplicate this table, Control C, Control V, and this one is gonna be for the tone. Here with the tone, we have the ID and we have the tone. And finally, we are gonna join this with this ID. At this point, we got the design of the database. I'm gonna screenshot this and will be in our database. At this point, we have evidence of our design. Now we are gonna include some evidence of our testing, what we have until now. For testing the website, first of all, we need to find the coding. Just in your website, right click, and you are gonna say view page source. We got the render coding. We are gonna select all of them, copy, and now we are gonna find an HTML validator. I'm gonna include direct input, paste, and check. Now we see that our document checking is completed. No errors or warnings to show. I'm gonna screenshot this part, paste, and I need to clarify where I'm testing. In this page rendered, and now I'm gonna duplicate and I'm gonna test CSS file. I'm gonna find my style CSS, Ctrl A to select, Ctrl C to copy, and find the CSS validator. Now we don't have any errors on this part. We can screenshot the evidence and paste in our testing. The last task for you today is complete the relevant implication. You must explain the relevant implications associated with the database. You are not gonna get any support on this part. You have to research by yourself and try to understand what is the best relevant implications for this project. That is the task for today.